Alright guys, I hope you caught my musk fragrances video yesterday. It was 22 different musk fragrances plus one honorable mention, which used authentic deer musk in the fragrance. So 23 total musk fragrances that I love. If you haven't caught it, please do. And this is one of the fragrances that was featured on it. It's one of the latest from Zoologist Perfumes Fragrances Musk Deer. And today I've got a full review for this fragrance. And there is a chance to win a sample set from Zoologist Perfumes if you are a subscriber from North America and or Europe. So if you want to find out about Musk Deer, then please stay tuned. Thanks so much for tuning in. This is Sebastian with Smelling Great Fragrance Reviews. That's right, today I'm talking about Musk Deer from Zoologist Perfumes. And you know what? This is probably one of the animals I've been anticipating for Zoologist Perfumes to do. Now I have favorite animals, but this is the one I was anticipating because I really love musk in fragrances, and sometimes it's the authentic stuff that smells really, really fantastic. And I was also just waiting to see what Zoologist Perfumes is going to create as an interpretation for the musk deer or the deer musk. So very, very exciting fragrance. It's turned out to be one of my favorites from the house. I'll tell you that right up front, which I did mention in the video yesterday. Not as much of a favorite as B. B is to me one of the best from this house. I absolutely love it. It smells fantastic. I can wear that day and night, but this one is coming pretty close, so I'll let you know all about it. And as I said, I do have a sample set to give away as well for subscribers of this channel from North America and EU. Before I get to the review though, if this is your first time tuning into the channel and you still haven't subscribed, please do click the subscribe button below and also click the bell so that you'll be notified for future videos and giveaways. So how many of you are fans of musk fragrances? And also, how many of you are fans of Zoologist Perfumes? Have you sampled Musk Deer yet? Let me know, put a comment down so I can find out. So this bottle was sent to me. Victor reached out to me and he said, do you want to review it? And I said, I love musk fragrances. In fact, I want to feature it in a video that I'm going to do of musk fragrances, which kind of took longer than normal, but finally that video aired, and this is airing today. So this was sent to me, and my opinions all honestly being told to you guys. And you know, I like to wear fragrances that are easier to wear. I don't like to be too challenged with fragrances, and Zoologist Perfumes fragrances tend to be very, very complex, and sometimes for me I feel like complex fragrances are not so easy to wear. I don't know if you guys have that reaction with fragrances or not, but not all the time. This is something that comes up, but sometimes when it's overly complex, where there's too much going on with notes, it becomes a little more challenging. But this is a 2020 launch. Perfumer is Pascal Gaurin. Size is 60 ml bottle, $195. It's Extrait de Parfum concentration, which means it's the highest concentration of perfume oils, 25% according to the Zoologist Perfumes website. This features notes of cardamom, calamus oil, rose for top notes. Heart notes feature Sambac Jasmine Absolute, Patchouli, Cedarwood Atlas, Labdanum Absolute. Finally, in the base notes, Ambrette Absolute, Orris Absolute, Laos Oud, Australia Sandalwood. So Musk Deer to me starts off in a very, very spicy direction. So cardamom comes up, but also some green woody touches come up at the top. The green coming from the calamus. So calamus is not a note I'm too familiar with. I do have a few fragrances that feature it predominantly, and those two fragrances do have a very green, woody, grassy, earthy experience. So that's the initial start of this fragrance. With the top notes, rose maybe comes in slightly lightly, but it's mostly about cardamom with calamus overpowering at this part of the fragrance. Now the fragrance, I'm starting to pick up a jasmine as a note here. It's pretty prominent. And then of course it's starting to get ambery for me as well, because this is a very ambery experience as a musk fragrance. But what really is driving this fragrance is the ambrette seeds. And ambrette seeds are notes that look like kidneys, like very, very small little kidneys, and they're used to create a musk accord. And I absolutely love this kind of a smell. You know, I seek out fragrances that features this note. And here I feel like the ambrette takes center stage. And for me, ambrette has unique touches. You know, it's definitely musky. It can go powdery. It can go fruity. It can go a little boozy. And I experience all of that here with this particular fragrance. The other thing with this particular fragrance is ambrette can go medicinal. So I do experience this medicinal touch when I first experienced the ambrette seed note when it's first sprayed. So that kind of disappears, and then I'm left with a synthetic recreation of what a deer musk or muscadere is supposed to smell like, which it can go a little animalic. On me it does a little bit, not too much. This is not an overly animalic experience, not like one of their other fragrances, Hyrax. And for me, if I'm going to choose my favorite animalic note, it would probably be musk or the deer musk rather than Hyrax. So it's a given that I would gravitate towards this particular fragrance or another animalic note. It's actually a great composition, very medicinal, as I said on initial start of the part of the fragrance where it's the ambrette seeds. But while I'm experiencing all these accords, I'm picking up light fruity touches, not too big. There is a very, very minute amount of booziness in here as well, but I think the most experience I get with the ambrette seeds here in the base is the fact that there is a very medicinal touch, which I actually really like medicinal smelling fragrances, which is funny because as a kid I used to smell every single thing, open up pill boxes and smell them, and you know, washing soaps and detergents and anything that I can get my hands on I'm smelling. So I have a fascination with different smells, you know, whether it's synthetic or medicinal, whether it's pleasant or unpleasant, I'm always smelling it. So I have a curiosity to smell everything, and I enjoy the whole medicinal thing or smell in fragrances. This one to me turned out to be medicinal smelling, but as I said, as it's drying down and that medicinal part disappears, I do experience a beautiful musk. Other things that I experience with this fragrance is it does get cozy. There's a cozy quality, but it's not as creamy as I wanted it to be. There are light lactonic or creamy touches running throughout it, which makes it for a comforting fragrance. And I think I'm getting that from the sandalwood note in here that's in the base notes. But the Orris Absolute, I think, here in the base creates a powdery experience. And of course, Ambrette tends to go slightly powdery as well, so the experience of the fragrance is powdery towards the end of the fragrance. But it's a cozy fragrance, not necessarily gourmandish, because sometimes I feel like musks can go gourmandy, but this one doesn't. But very, very nice to wear. I really enjoy it, and I think it's one of the better creations from Zoologist Perfumes. One other thing I want to say is I decided to look up Pascal Gaurin, the perfumer of this fragrance. He's with IAF, International Flavors and Fragrances. I think that's what it is, or the reverse, fragrances and flavors. I think it's IFF is International Flavors and Fragrances. And he's done fragrances for Kilian, which two of his fragrances for Kilian I own, Gold Night and Rolling in Love. And also recently I picked up a Armani fragrance called Rouge Malachite. I own those. And then previously I had purchased a fragrance that he created called CK2. So it seems I know of his fragrances, and now we have one that he did for Zoologist Perfumes. So those are my thoughts on this fragrance. This is the interpretation of the muscadere as a smell. And one other thing I forgot to mention, I mentioned it yesterday in the video for the musk fragrances. When Zoologist Perfumes makes fragrances, all their animalic notes are synthetic, so you don't have to worry about these fragrances using real, deer musk. But the interpretation, I think, with the fact that it is inspired by the muscadere, I think is pretty darn good. So that's my thoughts on muscadere from Zoologist Perfumes. Now for the giveaway, let's find out what you think about my review for muscadere. What did you like about the review? Put a comment down. Also, please put down which fragrance should Zoologist Perfumes make next? Which animal should they have an inspired fragrance of? And then finally, please put down your country where you're commenting from, and then also if you're commenting from the USA, please put down your state. Other than that, guys, thanks so much for watching today's review for muscadere. If you have any questions or comments, please do list below. If you're not participating in the giveaway, please do let me know which fragrances from Zoologist Perfumes you like and what do you think about muscadere. I'd like to find out. Other than that, thanks so much for tuning in. As I said, please do like this video, please share it, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and I'll be back with more videos very soon. Have a good one. Goodbye.